On this video, I want to continue what I have started reviewing, which is Genesis 1 in Hebrew, looking at the Hebrew text and seeking to understand the grammar along with the New Testament application. We worked our way up through day 1. Bereshit bara Elohim et hashemayim v'et ha'aretz. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. V'ha'aretz hayata tohu vavohu, v'choshek al pnei tehom, v'ruach Elohim merachefet al pnei hamayim. And the earth was formless and empty, and darkness was upon the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God was hovering or soaring over the face of the water. Verse 3. Vayomer Elohim yehi or vayehi or. And God said, let there be light, and there was light. Verse 4. Vayad Elohim et ha'or kitov, vayivdel Elohim bein ha'or ubein ha'choshek. And God saw the light, that it was good. And God caused a division between the light and between the darkness. Verse 5. Vayekra Elohim laor yom, v'lechoshek kora laila, vayehi erev vayehi boker yom echad. And God called to the light, said, your name's going to be day. Excuse me. And to the darkness he called night. And there was evening and there was morning, day 1. That is where we have come in our review, or going through it again in our revision. Right now we're going on at verse 6. Vayomer Elohim yehi rakia b'toch hamayim v'hi mavdil bein mayim lamayim. And God called or said, let there be an expanse in the midst of the waters, and let it be for dividing between the waters up to the waters. Notice here, and God said, Vayomer is a cow imperfect, third masculine singular, from Amar with a Vav consecutive. Let there be, Yehi is a cow imperfect, adjective, third masculine singular, from Hayah. Let there be an expanse, a beaten out like expanse, that would be, that God would slide between the waters. So let there be an expanse, so to speak, between the waters, and let them be a dividing, and let there be a dividing, a cause of division. Mabdil, I'm understanding as a Hiphil participle, masculine singular, from Bagdal. Let there be a dividing, or a division, a dividing between the waters up to the waters. So God doesn't battle with the waters. He just speaks. It's not like in the Babylonian account where Marduk had to struggle with Tiamat. God just slides the dish, so to speak, between the waters and separates them. Verse 7. Vaya'as Elohim et harakia vayavdel bein hamayim asher metachat larakia uvein hamayim asher me'al larakia vayehi chen. And God made the expanse, and he caused a division between the waters which were from under up to the expanse, and between the waters which were from above to the expanse, and it was so. Vaya'as is a cow imperfect, third masculine singular, from asa, with a vav consecutive. And God made the expanse, and he caused a division. Vayavdel is from Bagdal, so Hiphil imperfect, third masculine singular, from Bagdal. Notice you have an AE, or an AE vowel pattern indicative of a Hiphil imperfect form here. And so God caused a division between the waters which were from under up to the expanse, and between the waters which were from above to or down to the expanse. And it was so. Vayichen is from Haya. It's a cow imperfect, third masculine singular from Haya with a Vav consecutive. Then we come on. Again, it's interesting that Marduk had to divide Tiamat, and with half of her to make the heavens and half of her to make the earth. Here the Lord just speaks. There is no struggle. He is the king on the throne. That is the apologia or the apologetic that's being taught here, I believe. And I think about the New Testament where Jesus just speaks to the waters in the storm. And it's almost like he says, stop barking, and they obey him and stop. Then we come to verse 9. Vayomer Elohim yikavu hamayim betachat hashemayim el makom achad v'teira'eh hayabasha vayehi chen. And God said, let the waters be divided from under the heaven unto one place, and let the dry land be seen. Notice here, Vayomer is a cow imperfect, third masculine singular, from the root amar with a vav consecutive. Yikavu is let there be a division or a dividing. Let the waters be called Yikavu. Yikavu, by the way, is from the root kava. It means to be gathered, not kara. Let the waters be gathered. It's a passive, nifal imperfect, third person plural from kava. Yin kavu became yikavu, where the N of the nifal stem has assimilated into the kof by progressive assimilation. So God said, let the waters be gathered together from under the heavens unto one place, and let the dry land be seen. But Tera'at is another nifal, third person feminine singular from Ra'ah. So let it be gathered together, and let the waters be seen. Notice again here, and let the dry land be seen. It was Tin Ra'ah becoming Tera'ah, the Hirik, the noon dropping out, and then the Hirik causing a compensatory lengthening from a Hirik to a Serik. So again, this is an N stem in the imperfect or a Nifal stem. And it's a Nifal imperfect, third feminine singular, and it's from the root Ra'ah, let the dry land be seen. So the Lord sends the waters into one place, and he gathered together all of them, and he caused the dry land to be seen. Same thing that happened in the Exodus. Then verse 10, Vayikra Elohim layabasha eretz ulemikveh hamayim kara yamim vayar Elohim kitov. And God called to the dry land, he said, your name's going to be earth, and to the gathering of the waters he called seas, and God saw that it was good. Vayikra is a cow imperfect, third masculine singular from the root kara. He called to the dry land earth. Your name will be earth. And to the gathering of the waters he called Yamim seas, and God saw that it was good. Again, Bayad is a cow imperfect, third masculine singular. A lamed hay verb from Ra'ah, where the hay has elided. So God saw that it was good. Verse 11. Vayomer Elohim tadshe ha'aretz desha esev mazria zera eitz peri ose peri lemino asher zarovo al ha'aretz vayihi chen. And God said, let the earth cause green itself, or green with grass, herb yielding seed, tree of fruit making fruit to its kind, whose seed is in it upon the earth, and it was so. Again, Vayomer is the cow imperfect, third masculine singular from Amar. Tadshe is from Datsha, to be green. Here we have a Hifil imperfect, let the earth green itself, or cause to be green, from the root Dasha, with a cognate accusative, with Desha, green grass, and herb yielding seed, Asib Mazria. Mazria is a Hifil participle masculine singular from Zara, yielding seed, fruit tree making fruit, another cow participle in Oseh from Asa, to its kind, who its seed is upon it, upon the ground, and it was so. So again, we now see that God is the source of fertility. He's the source of grass and of fruit. Verse 12. But Totsei ha'aretz desha, Esev mazria zera, leminehu va'etz osei peri asher zarovo, leminehu va'yad Elohim kitov. And the earth brought forth grass, herb yielding seed to its kind, and tree making fruit, whose its seed was in it to its kind, and God saw that it was good. Now, Vatotse is from the root Yatzah. It was a pei vav verb at one time, Vatsa, and Tautse became Totse, with the AW becoming a long Holam Vav. So we're looking here at a pei vav verb of a Hifil stem, and let the earth bring forth, or bring forth green grass, or green, we could say, or bring forth, I guess, green grass, or desha. Hifil, imperfect third feminine singular from vatsa, historically. And then he goes on, mazria, yielding seed, that is herb yielding seed. Mazria is a Hifil participle masculine singular from zara, to its kind, and tree making fruit. Oseh is a cow participle masculine singular, whose its fruit was in it to its kind, and God saw that it was good. Notice two kinds of seeds, one like grass that yields seed naturally, and the fruit tree whose seed is in it. So then we come to the end. Vayehi erev, vayehi boker, yom shalishi. And there was morning and there was evening, day 3. Notice Vayehi is from Haya again, cow imperfect, third masculine singular, from Haya, where the hay has elided here. So that is the 3rd day, and we worked our way up then to verse 14. I'm going to stop here, and when I read the New Testament, I see the source of life and fertility being Christ in the Gospel of John.